Okay, today I would like to share a reflection on my learning process throughout this course, based on my reflective bulletin board created on Padlet. Um, this board represents my academic journey in the subject teaching oral expression and listening skills, highlighting what I learning, the the challenges I faced, and how I overcome them. At the beginning of the course, we were introduced to the importance of oral uh, oral expression and listening skill in English uh, language teaching. I learned that teaching goes beyond grammar and vocabulary. It also involves helping students communicate effectively and listen actively. This skill are essential for meaningful interaction, collaboration, and professional development. And one of the first tasks focuses on English language teaching, field and levels, right? And such as ESL, EFL, ESP, EAP, teaching young learners. Through this activity, I related how broad the ELT field is and how different learning profiles require different teaching approaches. And one of the main difficulties I face distinguish clearly between some ELT branches, since several categories seem very similar. I overcome this challenge by reviewing real ELT scenarios in Panama and creating comparison chart, which helped me organize the information more effectively. And the introduction of listening in Unit 2, we explored listening as a receptive skill. I learned that listening is not passive, is active and purpose process. I also studied key concepts such as uh, bottom up and top down strategies, as well as the pre-listening, while listening, and post listening stage. Um, at first, I struggled to understand how listening differs from reading, since both are receptive skill. However, by reviewing class recording and analyzing example, I was able to clearly identify the role of each listening stage and how they support comprehension. This unit helped me understand the importance of using authentic audio materials while still adapting them to the student levels. And later, during collaborative discussion, transactional and interactional listening, and working in groups helped me see different perspectives, reinforcing the idea that listening requires preparation, guidance, and reflection. One challenge I faced during this activity was my tone of voice and grammar while speaking, especially during discussion. And I overcome this actively listening to my classmates, practicing pronunciation, and improving my confidence through repetition and feedback. And the introduction of speaking, the introduction of speaking in Unit 4, the focus uh, shifted to speaking as a productive skill. I learned about important elements such as fluency, accuracy, pronunciation, stress, intonation, and intelligibility. Initially, I had a difficulty distinguish between fluency and accuracy, but reviewing real classroom example helped clarify this difference. I also learned that the speaking activities should focus more on effective communication rather than native like perfection. And teaching speaking teaching speaking um one of the most meaningful experience was designing and demonstrating speaking lesson, including role play activities. For example, during my midterm I created a lesson using a role play interview with a famous singer. This activity showed with me how role play promotes real communication, confidence, and student engagement, especially when topics are related to. A major challenge was adapting speaking activity for young learners while keeping them meaningful. I overcame this by modeling activities step by step, simplifying question, and using familiar vocabulary. And uh, by the end of the course, creating the complete reflective Padlet burn helped me recognize my growth as a future English teacher. I learning how important reflection is, not only for a student, but also for teacher, because it allow us to evaluate our progress and improve our practice. Although organizing a large amount of information was challenging, I overcame this by working chronological and following the rubric carefully. And in conclusion, this course strengthened my understanding of listening and speaking skill, improved my confidence, and helped me develop practical strategies for the English classroom. This Padlet, this Padlet board represent my learning journey, challenges, and achievement throughout the semester. Thank you, thank you for your attention.